Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is going to be on RPG Real Estate, which is a anime that is releasing in Crunchyroll. This is definitely going to be in the genre of comedy, fantasy. I want to even say moe anime, because it has the cutesy little girls here, and there's even a little bit of Yuri to it. Now, not a lot, but I did feel like there was some Yuri to it. Before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I have released quite a bit already of first impression videos for you guys here in my channel. So there's a lot for you guys to watch already. More to come, obviously. I think we're not even halfway, or maybe we are, but um, there is still more that I will be giving my first impressions to you guys. There's a few big ones, big hitters that I haven't done. So subscribe, comment, like, and share, and give some love for sure. In the description below, there's a bunch of other links you guys can also check out. So. Um, this RPG Real Estate. What is it about? It, it was a lot more simplistic and maybe slice of life than I expected it to be. For some reason, I expected it to be more based on the actual real estate part of it and less on the fantasy futuristic part of it. Or not really futuristic, but fantasy part of it. So it happens to be a girl who is from the country going into the city, and she goes into this real estate office looking for a place to live, and she's shown different places. It's all fake, so we'll just put it like that. The houses that she sees are not houses that we would ever have in the real world. So, but the reality of it is very much true, especially for someone who just bought a home. She tells the person, "Well, my budget is this much," and the person's, I think it's like 300 something coins and a month, and the person's like, "Well, 300 coins is not gonna get you much." So she shows them, and a lot of people that live outside the city, especially in the real world here, also have that mentality. Like, we think, well, in the country, this much money gets me something nice. Going into the city, we don't have that, right? In the city, it's a lot more expensive. Everything is. So she shows her what her budget can get her, and it's a bunch of stuff that she doesn't want to live in. Eventually, she does end up picking one place, which is a monster residency. And the reason that people don't really rent it is because humans don't really talk to monsters. They can't really talk to them. But one of the monsters actually works in the real estate agency. It's kind of like a dragon-like monster, very cute. She's a little comedy relief of them. And she happens to speak every language, so she's able to speak to the humans as well. So she ended up picking that place because it's right next to her house, to her room, and they actually end up being neighbors and new friends. Now, this is where it gets like, I guess, it's a twist, but a twist that it was kind of weird planted. She says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I want to work at your real estate office. I forgot to tell you guys." So she, and that whole day of them seeing houses, forgot that she was going to work with them. But anyways, they start the new day, and essentially she realizes that a lot of the real estate work is not really showing houses, but preparing houses. I think one of the girls goes and kicks people out that, strangers that want to go into the vacancy homes and stay, and take over the place. So that's one job, and cleaning the areas and making sure the information is ready and prepared for customers. And there's obviously a lot more work than just showing houses when it comes to real estate. And at one point, they get a call, and it's one of the adventurers who's she's very well known, And one of the characters, her dream has always been to work under the king, and she decides to take it under her belt to show this adventurer a good home. That way, she can get a good word in to the king for her, right? So, she ends up essentially showing her luxurious homes over and over and over again. And the adventurer keeps saying, "No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that." They eventually end up back in the office, and she just starts showing her like houses through papers, and our protagonist notices that this adventurer, she's very intrigued on the flowers that are sitting on their table. So she takes a wild guess, and when the adventurer gives up, and our other character who's being crazy is also going to give up, our protagonist shows her a home, a country home with a field of flowers that she can see all day. Um, Everyone's kind of like, no, she's not gonna like that. She's a famous person. She probably wants something luxurious, something fancy, but she ends up liking it. She ends up liking it, and um, the girl ends up making a good choice for her, right? So at the end of the episode, we just kind of see the Dragonlight girl and our protagonist go to their homes, and they're kind of happy that they everything worked out, and that she had a good day, a good first day. And then we see our two other girls, well, the one that fights the creatures away, as well as the one that wants to meet the king. They go on their own, and they end up sleeping together. So that's kind of the Yuri side. Now they make it clear that they don't do that. They just did that day because she was frustrated that she couldn't help out the adventurer. But that's the Yuri kind of part that I'm like, okay, they too have a thing, right? So that in a nutshell was the first episode. I know I didn't really do a good job on this one, but it's a lot of comedy, and I don't want to ruin the jokes, but it's cute. It's cute. Gosh, the humor reminds me of Miss Miss Kobayashi type of series, where it's all female, fantasy type of deal with moe cute girls here and there. So it's very very much that type of comedy and humor. I think it's definitely gonna have a huge crowd following to it. I don't see myself watching it unless it's dubbed, to be honest, and I don't see it being part of my top five. So, keeping all that in mind, I probably would give this one maybe a 7 out of 10. Um, I know there's going to be people that are going to enjoy this one, mainly because of the cuteness and comedy behind it, and not really because of the whole real estate, um, you know, factor that this anime has. So, yeah, that are those are my thoughts on this one, and yeah, go check it out. It's on Crunchyroll, one episode. Make sure you come back and let me know what you guys think of the anime itself. I personally believe that uh, a lot of you guys probably will enjoy again the comedy and the actual cuteness of it, not really much the story behind it, but we'll see. Thank you guys for the love and support. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.